Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition? Stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion. Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die.
And here we are once again.
We're back.
We are back. Listen. Welcome to the 7th Region Coalition, where we're always doing, helping to save life. I am your co-host, Sister Khalila Muhammad, and I want to give you all the beautiful greeting words of peace in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
And for my Christian brothers and my other brothers, what's up? How y'all doing? Welcome back. I miss you all. Brothers, my comrades, my brothers from another mother. I miss y'all.
Miss you too, dear sister.
Praises be to Allah. So I am actually tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina. I was privy to a competition. My daughter, my youngest daughter, Camalia, made nationals. So we're at nationals, and we did not place, unfortunately, but we did come in 4th place. So listen, inshallah, we will make it next year. But
proud of you, niece.
Yeah.
Shout out to Camalia.
number 4 in the nation.
Number 4 in the nation. So praises be to Allah. But I do not want to belabor the point. I want to welcome you all. And hey, this is going to be a tight show.
I'm listening.
So
Get
your wives,
questions
your
ready.
husbands, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins.
Get them on here.
Friends,
me and you, your mom and your cousins too.
Listen,
we'll do it like Outcast. Come on.
I just need y'all to just do one more thing. Y'all just do this real quick.
Come on, pull it up. That's right.
I need y'all to like and share.
Copy and paste the URL and share it with your friends.
Yes, this is gonna be a very uncomfortable.
If you haven't subscribed yet, follow us on YouTube, Facebook.
Listen, all of the above, because my sister finna come through, and when she comes through, she gonna be knocking on doors. Now, y'all, it's up to y'all to open them, because she gonna tap on a couple of doors now.
Oh yeah.
So y'all get ready. All right, and I'm gonna turn it over to Brother Tony. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the one God to whom holy praises are forever due, the Lord of the world, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the Supreme Being, to whom holy praises are forever due. I am forever thankful to Almighty God Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I thank them both for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you.
Salam.
Abaragani, Hotep, Frida Land, Buenas noches, Sakpase, greetings and all of the beautiful greetings that our people greet one another with. Welcome to your Thursday Night Talks, which is spearheaded by the 7th Region Coalition to help save lives. This coalition, called the 7th Region Coalition to Help Save Lives, was assembled by our student regional minister, Student Minister Patrick Muhammad, soon after the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's Criterion message, which took place July 4th, 2020. We're going on past, what 5.5 years right now, Sister Kalila?
Sir. Yes, sir.
And we're still guiding our people to safety. We're still guiding our people so that we can help save lives.
Nice.
With useful information. When we're no longer in a pandemic, quote unquote, but we are still in a pandemic of ignorance. We're in a pandemic of just
misguidance, misinformation,
white supremacy. We're at war. We're in a pandemic in which so many of our people are hurt, and we must guide ourselves to mental health, to physical health, to all types of financial health. And so, beloved family, tonight's program, we're focusing on, out of the 9 ministries given to us by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we are focusing on the ministry of spiritual development.
All right now.
And this ministry bears responsibility for assisting the individual member of the community in the process of heeding truth and right guidance. Respect, honor, and obedience to the authority of the Creator in all aspects of life are essential to peace, harmony, freedom, justice, and equality. In the words of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, self-development is an absolutely essential component of this microcosm of the new world. It is not enough that we grow horizontally through the acquisition of farms, factories, banks, industry, trade, commerce, money, good homes. Horizontal growth alone is death.
That's right.
All dead things are on a horizontal level. Therefore, we must grow vertically, grow in uprightness, or we will be overcome by our horizontal growth. The foundation of this ministry are study and training units designed on the guidance of Allah God to produce self-examination, self-analysis, self-correction, and to quicken in each of us the self-accusing spirit. For it is only when we are awakened morally that we have to face the self-accusing spirit that leads to our resurrection. So with that, beloved family, I turn it over to Brother Mark, who will be introducing our exquisite guest.
Thank you, Brother Tony. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. I greet you, family, with the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Let me introduce tonight's special guest. With a dynamic career spanning education, medical sales, entrepreneurship, and service within the Nation of Islam, Sister Katrina Muhammad brings more than 2 decades of multidimensional leadership and impact to every space she enters. She holds 20 years of professional experience as an educator, serving in both public and private school systems, as well as working with adjudicated youth in a maximum security prison facility, where she served as both teacher and director. Her passion for guidance and development also led her to establish her own private tutoring business, extending her educational reach into the community. Expanding her expertise beyond the classroom, she built another 20-year career in medical device and pharmaceutical sales, distinguishing herself in competitive markets through relationship building, product knowledge, and a consistent commitment to improving patient outcomes. As an entrepreneur at heart, she has created multiple ventures in the arts. As the founder and gallerist of Red Apple Gallery in Detroit, she provided a platform for emerging and established artists. Through her company, Red Films and Promotions, she marketed national independent films and collaborated with Black Cinema Cafe, connecting authentic Black storytelling with audiences across the country. Her service within the Nation of Islam began at the age of 16 when she first came into the nation in Detroit, Michigan. After completing college, she received her X in Atlanta, Georgia in 2008. Throughout her journey, she has lived, served, and soldiered in 5 states, including active roles at Detroit, Michigan, Muhammad Mosque No. 1, Atlanta, Georgia, Muhammad Mosque No. 15, Gainesville, Florida, Study Group, Baltimore, Maryland, Muhammad Mosque No. 6, Chicago, Illinois, Muhammad Mosque No. 2. Over the years, she has contributed to and participated in a wide range of ministries and teams, including the Ministry of Arts, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Trade and Commerce, assistant to student ministers on local ministry teams, social committee at Muhammad Mosque No. 2, Chicago, sub-executive team, office of the National Secretary, student lieutenant, squad leader, Muhammad Mosque No. 6, Baltimore, student MUI director, MUI for Muhammad University of Islam, Muhammad Mosque No. 1, Detroit. A proud family-oriented woman, she is married and divorced with no children at this time, but joyfully embraces her role as a devoted and favorite auntie. In 2020, she published her first book, Relationship Talks, marking another chapter in her creative and intellectual pursuits. Let us bring to the our program today our dear
The name of the
sister,
program, Brother Mark.
Sister Katrina Muhammad, Thursday Night Talks. Here we go.
Wow.
Nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Wow. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum and happy Savior's Day.
Walaikum
And
salam.
happy Savior's
Savior's
Day.
Day.
Happy Savior's Day. We're in that season.
All roads lead
Oh
to
my
Detroit.
goodness. And it's going to be in Detroit. Muhammad Mosque No. 1. Shout out
Hey,
to the
hey.
there.
Your stomping ground.
Where it all
That's right.
began.
And it's going to be Ramadan. Oh my God.
Yes.
I mean, wow.
Your
That's
spiritual
amazing.
eye.
I'm excited.
Yes, man.
Look, that was so beautiful. All praises are due to Allah for any and everything that Allah has allowed me to do that you read off. Brother, I need to purchase that intro from you because people are like, send me your bio. I'm like, okay, a couple bullet points. But that was amazing and I really, really appreciate it. But all praises are due to Allah. So thank you.
I had a lot of practice. Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Sister Lisa, for giving me all the practice.
Good job.
All the practice. Listen, I run a tight ship.
You run a tight ship. And let me tell you, you must be a great cheer coach because I was in the background, like doing my own cheers, and I've never been on a cheer squad like ever. But I was so like motivated. So you must be a great cheer coach. So
Praise
yes,
a lot of striving.
7th Region Coalition. Honestly, thank you all for the invite.
Thank you for
Thank you
accepting
for-
the invite.
Thank you for accepting.
Praise you to Allah.
Sister Katrina,
Yes, sir, brother Tony.
we want to get started. So
Yes,
this
let's jump in.
this conversation on your I'm not going to narrow it down to a book. It's a project. This is something that's very dear to you. Relationship Talks. How did the idea of this project come about?
I want to give a shout out and thank you and praise be to Allah, all of that for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because he was the one who said, look here, you're going to get into courtship. You better ask some questions. In fact, there's no such thing as a bad question, dumb question, whatever, because after you're married, okay, now you've already married the person. And now there's some questions you didn't ask. And now you're running into issues, but you should have asked because it's called courtship. You're in court. So he said, look here, you need to write down all your questions. and you need to ask them, and you need to have conversation with each other. So I said, self, that's a very good instruction, right? Not suggestion,
Right.
but
Right.
instruction. And yeah, when he tells us these things, sometimes I guess maybe it's easy to be like, okay, that's a good idea.
Right.
But the reality is these are instructions. So I thank Allah for allowing me to hear it like that. And then I started writing. And then I got excited about some of the questions I was telling people, and they were like, well, post them. So I started posting them. And then people were like, wow, these are really good questions. Can you send them to me? Sure, no problem. So give me your email. So I was emailing them these PDF files of 200, 300, 500 questions. And people were like, girl, this is a book. Like, you know, you have 500 questions. You sent me 500 questions, Katrina. I was like, yeah, I've been writing. They're like, you need to put this in a book. So finally, Allah had maybe about 4 or 5. I don't know. It was like constantly, I kept hearing it. And finally, my prayer mat, I was like, Allah, are you trying to tell me to write a book? Like, I was a little slow. I don't even know. In my mind, I was like, people want to buy a book of questions from me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't, in my mind, I was like, they have their own questions. Why do they want to buy questions from me? So I thank Allah for allowing me to see it beyond, you know, my low self-esteem self, you know, at that time, like, why? Because people really were like, no, this is good. I didn't think about this question. I didn't think to ask this question. And these are really helpful to me. And so at that point, I was like, okay, Allah, well, if I'm going to do this, then I really want to, you know, approach it with some academic research, and where it's not just questions. I've kind of really thoroughly investigated this problem, because it's not just a problem for Black people. It's a global problem. And then what are the people over in the East doing? Like, who's got this thing down? Like, somebody is getting married and staying married. Who are these people? And how are they doing that? And so I found a link between these people. And at that point, it was like, aha moment. And I said, okay, I got to include all of that in the book. So it all started with the instruction from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So all praises to Allah, and thank you to him for that.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
You know, Sister Katrina, you know, I was thinking, right? And a lot of times people use this term soulmate, right? And I didn't want to get into the philosophy of it, but when it comes down to soulmates, and we can define what a soulmate is, because basically Google says that you have all over this world, right? You have like over 100,000 soulmates. And I'm like, what? Right? So I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, 100,000 soulmates. But
like one person has that?
Yeah, I mean, all over the world, though. We talk about the world, though.
Oh, okay. People
not just United States. It's like all over globally, right?
Okay.
So,
interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting too. So, is there a thing? Is there such thing as a soulmate? So we want to kind of define that, right? And how do you find that special person? And this is a three sword question. And what makes a person your soulmate or your mate?
Well, I want to start. That's a great question. I want to start with how you find them. I remember the minister said, you will find the person Allah wants you to be paired with doing the work.
Right.
So he said, get to work, do the work.
Right.
Let's start there. You're not going to find whoever it is you're looking for sitting on your couch, or, you know, like, Allah, I don't have a husband. What's going on?
Going to the gas station.
You know, I'm at home. You know,
like that meme with the skeleton.
Right.
My prince is coming.
We don't believe in a spook God, right? We do not. Allah came to us in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. He is real, okay? And he came to us because he loves us. We are the chosen people. So we have to get up and get busy and get working, right? And listen to these two men behind me who already laid it out for us what we need to do. So if we're doing that first, then we're getting closer to meeting our person. Second thing, the minister said what makes a good couple are people who are studying the word of God. He said that divorce is not caused by financial problems, because the world tells you the number one reason for divorce is finances. And that for a minute, I got hooked on that, which is why chapter 1 is finance, right? But no. The minister said the number one problem that causes divorce is the lack of study, the lack of closeness to Allah. So your soulmate is one, working like you, doing the work, and two, studying the word and close to Allah, right? And then what did he say about Mother Khadijah? Let's study that relationship, because honestly, I really want somebody like a student minister Nuri or student minister Willie Muhammad. These people have written great books about relationships and courting,
right?
And I think they are most qualified to really analyze that relationship and write about that, because the minister called Mother Khadijah, for those who are listening who are not in the Nation of Islam, Mother Khadijah is the wife, mother of the faithful, the wife of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He called her his best friend.
Best friend.
That's right.
Best friend. I mean, so he said most recently, and you can look at this, it's recorded on IamMotherKhadijah.com, right? Because she celebrated, all praises due to Allah, she just celebrated 90 years.
Yes, she did.
Student National Captain did an excellent job, and the brothers did an excellent job celebrating her. So all of this was recorded in their streaming of the event. He said at the end that there are times when he's watching her sleeping, and he just says a prayer and thank Allah for giving him Mother Khadijah and how beautiful she is. I mean, good God. Like,
wow.
I mean, that raised the bar. Like, brothers who are married, you need to start watching your wife when she's sleeping.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, the
as
love.
If you want to watch her.
I'm just saying. But the love that he has for that woman, and just understanding her value and how she has helped him become a man, as he has said that she helped him become a man. I mean, that is who you should be looking for. Somebody who is going to be able to get in the trenches with you, who's going to be like ride and live, because I don't like that ride or die, ride and live.
Right, and
let's elevate. Let's both elevate each other and help each other grow, right? To become closer to Allah, to take on Allah's coloring. That's what we should be doing. And as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has said, and his assistant minister most recently, is put on his assistant minister, student minister Ishmael Muhammad is who I'm talking about. Put on the new man and the new woman. Let's do that together. We can't do that if we're not elevating, if we're not getting audited, if we're not going to the classes together, if we're not reading the Holy Quran in the morning together, we're not praying together. These are all the things that couples should be doing to become closer to Allah and securing their marriage. So that's how you find the right person, doing the work and loving Allah. All praises are due to Allah.
Together. Now one person can't do it. You can't. One person can't be going to the mosque and going to the study group and going to, and then, because the thing is, it becomes a pool.
Yes.
So either the couple is going to be pulling up, or the couple is going to be pulling down. Either way, it's going to be a pull. It's going to be like this.
And I met couples like that, and that's where some of these questions in the book came from too, because I understand we all are working, maybe on a job, maybe your own business. I understand things might be getting tight, tariffs and whatever else going on in the world, but we cannot lose the fabric of ourselves, which is what we believe, right? So just like you make time to go to that business or that job or whatever, you make time to go get haircuts or hair done or whatever, you have to make time for your Islam. And we have to do that together. We have to do it together.
Sister Katrina, there was something that, may Allah be pleased with our brother, former regional minister, Minister Rasul Muhammad,
My first minister, by the way. He is my first minister in Detroit when I came in.
Yes, ma'am.
At 15. And just imagine Minister Rasul in the 80s.
Oh,
just think about anybody. Go back,
wow.
look at some footage on YouTube.
Uncut and uncensored.
Woo!
I'm trying to tell you. I mean, like this. There was no daylight whatsoever between him and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. In fact, he was taking on his affect. He even looked very similar. He sounded like him. I mean, as soon as he ended the lecture, it was like, so, is what you heard good for Black people? You agree? You agree? Okay. Would you like to join? I jumped up. I jumped up with my little 16-year-old self, not paying no bills. Came home, told my mother, that's it. Where's the headscarf? That's it. I'm Muslim. She was like, don't pay no bills over here. We go to church down the street with Pastor so and so. I said, I go to the mosque. She was like, what? I'm telling your daddy. It was so funny. But I could not. I mean, Minister Rasul, may Allah forever be pleased with him. He brought so many people in.
Yes.
And then think about this. He was doing 2 mosques.
Yes,
for
he
a while.
was.
Detroit and Miami.
Sister Katrina, no. He had a region and
Yes.
state of Michigan.
Thank you for correcting me. You are absolutely correct.
We were all on one conference call together, the student ministry staff.
Facts.
Yes.
I agree.
It was like that for
So
years. But my what I wanted to comment, Sister Katrina, was one thing that he said was, if being at Friday Night Study Group, which is a class that is highly neglected.
Yes.
And it's a shame that it's so neglected.
Yeah.
When you're in a circle, you get to hear what is on the mind of everyone that is in that circle. That's an opportunity to meet your mate.
Wow.
You get to hear how the mind of all these individuals operate.
Praise be to Allah.
But I would caution, I would add on to that, because that circle is a safe circle of learning. It's a study group. So don't go in being judgy.
Right.
No.
There you go.
Because a person is going there because they don't know. They're trying to learn, right? They want to learn. They want to know. So yes, you're looking around to the left, to the right, but you're really focused on that study, right? And you're giving each other that grace and mercy to learn and grow. But yes, that's an excellent environment for sure. All praises due to Allah. I didn't know he said that. Thank you for contributing that.
Yes, ma'am.
Sister Katrina.
Yes, sir, Brother Bart.
In this wonderful book of yours.
Oh, he got the book. He holding the book up. Let's go, bro. Let's go.
In your introduction, you state the questions within this book are not surface level, such as what is your favorite color or your zodiac sign. We go deep and ask in-depth questions about finances, health, family, intimacy, and privacy that are not being asked nor talked about. Now, I'm going to ask this question, which you gave the answer to in your introduction, but I want you to answer it here live before the audience here.
Okay.
And I state this: your book is an excellent source of questions on every area of concern in relationships. In a courtship, do you recommend a planned order of questions or just be spontaneous?
In the book, I say both because, no 2 people are the same. And you have some people who are really regimented. That's like, okay, number 1, let's go. Number 2, right? And then you have some people who are like, I don't really have any questions about finance. I'm good on that. What was a big issue for me in a past relationship or marriage was the friends and family, like getting involved. So I want to start there. And then that's a different chapter, right? So I recommend to couples, talk about it and then determine what's good for the 2 of you. There is no right or wrong way. Just ask the question, right? Just jump in and start asking questions wherever you both feel comfortable, right? But it should be a conversation that the 2 should have together and making that decision together. Not someone saying, well, this is where we gonna start. No, it should be, brother, Where would you like to start? Here's the table of contents, sister. Where would you like to start? And then you come together with a understanding and maybe a compromise or an agreement. But
Right.
just start, right?
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Sis, the beautiful part about questions, it all depends on the mindset, right?
Yeah.
Because you can ask a question, the same question, and have a completely different mindset as next week or next month, right?
Exactly.
So it's important for you to purge your heart, all right,
Yes.
and not
Yes.
be biased in your thoughts, because a lot of times with the questions, even though the question can be a perfect question, but your mind is not in the perfect contents of the question. You could be in past tense answering or questioning a present question.
That's right.
You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Because right now we're dealing with a lot of engrams. We're dealing with a lot
Yes.
of hurt. We're dealing with a lot of pain. So the
Mhm.
eyebrows, like my eyebrows up and down, sometimes
Right.
our eyebrows be up because I'll be like, let's see what this, I'm gonna see what this brother gonna say about this question right here. I'm just gonna get it to him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because right
Right.
now you're so focused about what happened last week or the last relationship you had. It's like,
With
okay,
the other person.
I'm
Mhm.
gearing this up and I'll put it in a chamber form. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And just want to see what it said. And sometimes because of your mind is so completely off and so completely discombobulated, you might be attracting somebody that actually is who you had in your past.
Right.
Based off of how your makeup is and how your perfect, as we call it, change your perfume and you'll change the man, right?
Exactly. When you were saying it, I was thinking, and I wanted to just skip to one of the finance and work. Like the very first question, I remember my editor, Sister Karai Muhammad. She was one of the editors of the book. She read the first question, was like, "Well, okay, sister, go ahead and jump in the pool on the deep end." I was like, "What?" She was like, "Question number 1, which says, do you believe married couples should have separate accounts, a joint account, or both?" Like to her, that was like a whoa, just jump right in question. It was like, let's start with, do you have a checkbook?
That's basic fundamental. Sister Katrina, if they say, "Oh yeah, Cash App is my bank account,"
right? No real talk.
Red flag.
That's why it's a good question.
And then I had a sister that was like, "No way, I'm starting in chapter 1 at all. If I'm just now courting someone, I don't want to. No, I'm not giving you any information about my finances. We have to get to month 3 or 4 before I start revealing that." So everybody has their thing that for whatever reason, certain chapters, they're like, "I'm not talking about that right now." Or I'll talk about that at the very end when we close to you deciding if you want to get engaged. Then we can talk about that.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have to talk about these things, right?
Absolutely.
And Brother Mark can bear me witness. I mean, because going through my past relationship, it was always a financial issue with my past marriage.
Yep.
So I just straight up asked him, "Hey, Brother Mark, if your brother want to court me, I need to see the W-2s. I'm sorry."
Yeah, she went there.
I went straight there. I need to see the W-2s. I need to see the charity. I need to see, and that's just, just for you to just knock on the door, for you to say, "Hey, welcome. Yeah, come on in." Because
the minister said we could ask for that. He said we could ask for that. And this isn't just the asking for the brother's charity. No, the brother, you could ask about her charity too.
And I was ready for it.
How committed is she?
Exchange.
How committed is he?
Exactly.
How often do they attend?
That's right.
How many final calls how many final calls he carry? Is he a soldier?
Right.
Because I'm a soldier. I mean, you have to, that mirror is real. You have to mirror one another. Because if you don't mirror that person, just because you look good and just because you sound good and just because you smell good, that don't make you good for me.
No. And look, I want to be careful because I have said on other programs things, but I don't want people to misinterpret anything I'm saying or what we're saying is we're quantifying someone as a good believer or a bad. That's only Allah will know that. Allah is
That's
the
right.
only judge. He is the best knower. So that
That's
is
right.
not what we're saying to your listeners and those who are watching the program. What we're saying, which I totally am in agreement with Sister Khalila on this, is that compatibility is very, very important. And
It
you
is.
have to make sure that who you're coupling with, you're compatible with that person in your thinking, in your heart, in what's important to you. Like
Right.
you have some people that's like, oh yeah, I'm never missing Friday study group. Never. Like that's important to them. Well,
Right.
imagine them coupling with someone who's like, I don't really, I'll go maybe once a year. I mean, it's not, for
Right.
me, it's all about Saturday class.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they might be like, it's for me, it's Saturday class and Sunday. Like that's my joy. Those two, I'm there. All those other classes, And so, I mean, you need to talk about that. Doesn't necessarily make them a bad person, but you need to talk about that to find out, is that a deal breaker for you? You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
You know
what? One thing though, too, my husband, we were recording. He said, do you know how to cook? I said, oh, I know how to get in. I know how to get into it. Yeah.
that's one of my
But-
units. Let's go.
I said, however, I think you're asking the wrong question. He was like, well, what's the right question? Do I like to cook? I don't like to cook. I know how,
Right.
but I don't like to.
That's a better question.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
sometimes, even when you're doing these questions,
Yes.
you want to be able to say, down the line, oh, you said that you like to cook. No, I didn't.
Right.
I said I know how to cook. This said I like to. I said I know how to.
Right.
I got
Right.
I'm very skilled when it comes down to it. But do I like to? Absolutely not.
That's right.
You see what I'm
That's
saying? So,
Thank you for saying
I
that.
think Brother Mark's trying to make a comment. Go
Go ahead, brother.
No,
ahead,
no,
Brother Mark.
thank you for saying that, Sister Khalila, but also thank you, Sister Katrina, for flipping it from asking the brother about the money stuff to asking the sister, because
yes.
in Islam, men are maintainers of women. And if I'm a maintainer, I got to know what's your financial picture look like, sister? Or do you have tons of debt?
There you go.
Because I don't want the brothers to think that we're the only ones that get asked about finances. You need to ask her about finances too.
Everything
That is
that
true.
these questions, this is why I use some of the pronouns like your partner, your spouse. I never said him, he, you gotta get in his business. No. Your partner or your spouse, right? Your courtmate. I try to be careful with the words that I use because yes, you should ask her for her credit report. And
Right.
she should provide it, and he should provide his. Yes, you should ask her for her W-2s, and he should provide his. Yes, you should ask her for her bank statements, and he should provide his. Every question that you ask in this book and information you want to know from someone, I say in this book, you should be willing to give that information yourself. Right?
Uh-huh.
We believe in freedom, justice, and equality. This is not a
That's right.
situation of brothers are put on the stand and I want to know all of this about you, but don't ask me nothing. No. It doesn't work like that. It does
Yes,
not
right.
work like that. So, sisters, you asking him information, you have to be willing to share information too. If you told somebody you were married and yet you're divorced, you need to be able to show divorce papers. And it's not just to him,
Right.
but it's to you also. Because I met some people
Right.
like that. They thought they were divorced, but it was never sealed. It wasn't official. It created problems, right?
Excellent.
So, sister, you said you own that home. Okay, well, I should be able to see your mortgage or your deed paperwork. Same thing with the brother, right? It's in your name, right?
Your name.
Not your ex-husband or some family member or whatever. No, we have to get honest with each other and
That's
keep
right.
it real. That's what this book is about too. And I made some people uncomfortable. I mean, some people did tell me, sister, those questions.
Right.
And when they come to me and say it like that, I'm like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. All praises due to Allah. Like, I know, because we have to peel the onion, okay?
Yeah.
We
Right.
have to get down
Yes.
to the real
Right.
person of what's really going on. If you've had a bankruptcy in your life, no problem. Let's talk about that.
Let's
What
talk
caused
about it.
bankruptcy? If you've had a repossession in your life, no problem. Let's talk about that. What happened? right? And where are you now? And what have you done to facilitate change and repair of your credit and those things that had happened to you, right?
If you had back child support.
Right, back child support. Let's talk about, are you on a payment plan? Like, what's going on? How what's your relationship with your ex-husband, with your ex-wife? And by the way, we must talk to the ex-husbands and the ex-wives, even
That's
though
mandatory.
they might be a little shady, maybe a little bitter. I don't know. Whatever it is, we don't know. Only Allah knows. But we should still talk to them. We have to do that.
Man, this is good.
Sister Katrina, on that note, I
This
think
is
there's a
good.
perfect segue to this question.
Come on, brother.
What causes us to avoid
Come on.
asking hard questions in relationships and potential relationships? And why is it necessary to overcome that problem?
A lot of it is shame. People feel ashamed, and they feel bad when they have been divorced. But the reality, the minister called it a car wreck, right? And then he said, look, okay, figure out what happened in that car wreck.
Right.
Get yourself some help. Don't just jump into the next car within 6 months and now you up and married to a whole new person and you haven't even given yourself time to really heal from that car wreck, to figure out what happened in that car wreck, to take responsibility for your part of the car wreck. Car wrecks happen not really because of one person. There's really tends to be both. That I was looking the wrong way, driving too fast, not paying attention on the cell phone. It was two, not just, oh, it's all his fault. No, sis. First of all, let's go all the way back to you accepting his proposal. When you accepted his proposal, did you properly vet him? Did you properly ask questions of her? Right? I mean, these are things that we have to accept responsibility, not keep pointing fingers when things happen. So people are embarrassed, people are ashamed, and many times they just don't take that time to heal before they move on to the next part. I hope I answered. You had a second question. Did I answer your question?
Well, the second part to the question is why is it necessary to overcome this problem? It may be, it may be rooted in fear, and insecurity, and as you put it, shame. Why is it important for us to overcome whatever the issue is that we are experiencing in our lives? It could be pain that we haven't healed from, Sister Katrina. Why is it important that we overcome this?
Because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said marriage is the other half of our faith. We need each other. So those people sitting back saying, all men are no good, I'm just going to, be an independent woman and just route it out, whatever. Or men, vice versa, saying the same thing. I mean, the minister said a natural man want to be with a woman. Are you a natural man?
Yes.
Good God. Good God.
Brother Mark said yes.
I mean, his son, Brother Mustafa, our supreme. I remember one time he said, hey, a woman maybe can hold herself for a while. Allah has made her that way. But a natural man, 2-3 years tops. If you don't have a wife, what you doing and who you doing it with?
Who you doing? Who's doing who?
So the reality,
that's a song,
it's important, Brother Tony, because we need each other.
That's
Sisters,
right.
if you had a bad situation with a brother, let's just put it on the table. That was that brother. All men are not bad.
Come on.
Brother, if you had a bad situation with a sister, I'm sorry you had that experience, but all women are not bad. So we have to, first of all, settle on the best part of the planet Earth, right? This is our teaching, not the worst part of the planet, the best part of the planet Earth. And then be positive, get on our prayer mat and ask Allah to help us in choosing the right mate for us, because we're not meant to be in this world, in this life, go through this life alone. This journey is a very interesting journey. It can be very challenging, and we need each other. We need each other. We can't throw each other in the trash like because you had a bad marriage or whatever, or whatever. I'm just going to be rocking it out by myself. No, we should still be striving and praying for a good mate, And we have to pray to Allah for that. So that's the other half of our faith, brother. We need each other. That's why it's important. So we can't give up.
Could I say this? Sister
Yeah.
Marina? I want to say in your comments and in your book is what I love about it, and I'm gonna recommend this book for the brothers. This is not a sister's book. This is a book for both the brothers and the sisters. And sister is very balanced. When you read her introduction, she's very balanced in how she presents the introduction and in the questioning, which is good to know. And I just want the brothers to know that this is a great. I'm flipping through and just glancing at some of the questions. I'm like, man, that's an excellent question. I didn't even think about that. Ooh. And so these are things that really help you to get inside that other person that you are considering for a lifelong decision. It is so critical. And I just want to recommend it, not just for the sisters, for the brothers. Brothers, man, you want to get this book. If you're in courtship, or even if you're married and you want to continue courting, which you should continue courting when you get married, get this book, Relationship Talks by our dear sister.
Praise be to Allah. You can purchase it on Amazon.
That's right.
For people know that. And if you live or work or visit Muhammad Mosque number 2 Chicago, we will have them for sale at MUI with the vendors there. So thank you so much for saying that, brother. I appreciate it.
Listen, and you remember that commercial back in the days? No, my brother, you got to buy your own. So I'm trying to get my goddamn book.
Yeah. Everybody get their own copy.
Everybody get their own copy and
Yeah,
do some highlight in there.
Look,
yeah.
So many people I've met have loaned the book out to people, and they're like, Sister Katrina, you won't believe this, but I have to buy another book this Sunday because that person they didn't get the book back.
They ain't getting the book back.
Ain't such thing as Leonard.
Not that one. Not that one.
Thank you so much for saying that, though, because it really was important to me to make sure brothers understood, even though, it's a female author, it is written with respect for them and in equality and understanding that brothers go through issues in relationships and marriages too.
Absolutely.
And they have the right to ask questions to make sure they're vetting the proper person as well. Just saying you're dressed as an MGT and you go to class is not enough.
That's right.
You have to give information, and you should be willing to give information and show receipts. You should. I mean, if you live in real and you living in truth, what's the problem? You should have no problem answering the question. So thank you for saying that. All praises due to Allah.
Special shout out to Brother Jamil who's tuning in.
Yeah, shout out to Brother Vincent Jamil.
Big brother like no other.
All praises. There he goes. There he is. Get your own copy. He is so amazing. And his beautiful wife, Sister Tisha, on their show.
Nothing but the truth.
Yes. He wrote the forward. He wrote the forward in the book. So I hope you all take time to read the forward. He did an excellent job. It was so important to me to get a male voice in the book and review this and tell me. And when I sent him the manuscript, I mean, he read it that day. And texted me back and was like, we need to talk. This is amazing. Yes, I want to be a part of this project. I was like, you read the whole book? He was like, yes. I was like, all praises due to Allah. So I really want to thank him for writing the foreword to the book, and Sister Karai for being the editor, and Brother Talib for being the photographer, doing the portfolio picture on the back, the producer, helping me put the book together, and of course my late mother, Helen Ross Jackson. I have a little picture of her right there for being the editor as well. I'm so thankful. Yes, I'm so thankful for being able to work with my mom on this book, and she took her red pen out like mamas do, and was like, "No, change that, do this, do this," and I will never ever forget those experiences. So I thank Allah. Yes, so you can't do anything, the minister said, by yourself. We have to unite and have a team like this wonderful team you all have, putting this beautiful
Praise
show
be to
together.
Allah.
Come together, right? Come together and let's create something great. And that's what
Right.
this team did. So I thank Allah for them. This was a product of the team, not just myself. And I'm so thankful for that. All praises due to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
All praises due to Allah. All right, so let's talk about on the edge, Sister Katrina, because
Let's
we're dealing with you know, one of my sisters, and I love her to life, Sister Alicia Starr. She specified when you're at war, never change the guard, right? And that's our marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we're in war. We can all agree that we're at war.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many divorces going on, not only just in our nation, but worldwide.
Absolutely.
So my question to you, my sister, is when your marriage is on the edge and you feel like you have done all that you can do, you have tried to make it last, but the spirit is gone. The passion is gone. The love is gone. No life support. I mean, it's like very minimum. How do you deal with it? And is there a possibility to restore that marriage?
Yes. Yes, it is a possibility, because the reality is what I heard you say is the person believes or feels that everything has been done. But has it though? And then let's be clear. When I went to the singles retreat, and shout out to Sister Angela in the 7th region of Jacksonville for such a great event. Oh my God, it was the 4th year. I'm coming to the next one, even if I'm married. I'm coming.
You be a chaperone.
Oh my God. So Brother Student Minister Willie was a part of the event that you all helped to host, right?
Yes.
And he talked about how we have to be careful. Yes, we see divorces, but is it really all these divorces, right? And then I said, wow, he's right about that, because a statistic recently came out about Black marriages and that they're on the rise. So I need to do more research. Is it Black? Has the scales kind of tipped now, and Black marriages are taking off and divorces are still happening, but at a lower rate than marriages? That's awesome if that's the case, right? And so there's that part of the perception. And then there's also the part of saying, okay, what a person thinks. No. We deal with actual facts, right?
That's right.
Right. No, it's not about what you think. If you think this marriage is over, you think you did everything you could. No,
that's the key thing, right?
Right. The student ministers in these mosques. And let me say this. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said one time that the student ministers are a gift to the believer. Student minister that he has assigned to a mosque, he prayed for that person, and Allah brought that person to him. So we need to utilize the gift from the minister to us. So a lot of believers, are suffering in silence, and then they pop up and they're divorced, and the student minister didn't know anything about it. No one ever came to them. No one talked to them. No one asked for a counseling session. They out. I'm done. I'm out. Called the attorney. I'm done. No. We have to stop that, because that's disrespectful to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who gave us the gift. So think about this. He said, imagine if I give you a gift and you never open it. You got the gift for me, and you just set it on the shelf.
Are we gifted?
You never opened it.
Ungrateful.
Right? Ungrateful. So we have to, 1, get actual facts. 2, utilize the gift that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan got us, which is the student, which are, I should say, because it's plural, the student ministers in your local mosque or study group, right? And then what's the other gift he gave us, which were tool. He said this is a tool. Auditing. No, we're not supposed to join the Scientology and become a Scientologist. He didn't say to do that. He said to use auditing to help us with the traumas that we have had that has affected our relationships.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if we're not doing all of that, then no, we have not done everything. We have not done everything. So I understand sometimes people are like, well, I don't want to share my business with the student minister of the mosque. I don't, you know, but the reality is, why not? What y'all doing that you can't talk to the student minister about what's happening? What's going on? You know, so no. We have to get actual facts. We have to utilize the gift that the minister gave us, which is or are the student ministers, and we need to get audited. And if we've done all those things, and the student minister's like, yep, we tried it all, maybe, just maybe, at that point, it might be time for a separation and then divorce, but not just up and divorce. There's a period of separation, and the minister has taught on separation too. That when you separate, what should be happening when you separate in terms of still working on yourself? Because there's a possibility you can come out of that separation and come back into your marriage, right? So it's so many things to do. The minister has lectured on all of these things. We just have to look through those volumes of words that he has said, volumes of lectures, and then follow the instruction.
That's right.
That's what we have to do. All praises due to Allah.
All praises due to Allah. Right. That brings to mind a question that you probably have in the book is, if this marriage goes off course, are you willing to go into counseling? Because I've seen cases where the brother, he ain't going to counseling.
No counseling for the brother.
Look, if I gotta go to another man,
tell about my marriage
to meet, get you to talk to me, then I shouldn't even be married to you in the first. Like, wow, but it's good to know that going in, that your spouse does not want to do any counseling. But that's a great question.
Sometimes it's a sister also, Brother Mark.
Sometimes the sister.
Sister too. But look how beautiful our nation is. We have many students in the ministry. So let's say maybe you are comfortable with your local student minister for whatever reason, right? Then you should ask. That shouldn't get you out of counseling. You should ask and request if it's okay if you meet with the regional student minister, or maybe a student minister from your hometown. Maybe you're closer with that student minister if that person would like to meet with you. But have a conversation. Don't be disrespectful and just cut out. No, have a conversation with that local student minister. Let them know what your concerns are. It could just be a simple atonement session that needs to happen. Some kind of misunderstanding that occurred. And then next thing you know, the student minister like, oh, did I offend you when I said such? So you thought that? It's not like that. I don't have no problem with you. Give them the opportunity to minister unto you, right? All praises due to Allah. And here's another thing. Sometimes people, they might know information or think they know information. I don't want to be counseled by that person because, you know, they had this going on and that. Whoa. You don't know. You don't know anything. Allah is the best knower. So don't do that. Don't try to use somebody's personal life or whatever you think you may know about whatever to stop you from doing what you're supposed to do.
That part right there, where you think you know because you don't know because you haven't lived with that person.
There you go. So we have to be real careful the things that we say, even our thoughts. Remember the minister said you have to watch your thoughts.
Come on.
So we have to be very careful in how we treat the believers, and that includes the laborers. The laborers are believers too, right?
That's right.
That's right. The minister wouldn't allow them to be on the post assignments that they have if he didn't have confidence in them. Let's go get the help, and let's respect the gift that was given to us. All praises due to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Beautiful point. That's a beautiful response. Thank you.
Man.
Well,
I don't think we're going to scratch the surface with this one. We might have to do a part 2. I'm just speaking on my own. I know I didn't talk to my co-hosts about this. So I'm just going out. I'm just breaking from the circle. Like
I would be honored.
Okay. But this is a question that I have, dear sister, and this will be the final question. Please describe any success stories of those using your book, whether in specific terms or in general terms, some success stories of those that have used the book. I'm sure there are many.
There are many. Thank you for that question. I mean, very, very early on, there was a couple here. I'm not going to say any names. I'm just going to say what they shared with me. Been married 20 years or something like that. And they got the book and they started reading the book with each other. And they said, you know what, Sister Katrina, even though we've been married 20 some odd years, we're actually learning new things about each other. I said, what? What?
Wow.
Really? They said, yes, there are some things in your book that we have never talked about.
Wow.
So I'm learning some new things about my husband. I'm learning some new things about my wife. And you know what that's doing? It's bringing us closer together, right? Because we're getting a better understanding of maybe why we responded in certain ways to certain things, because now we're learning more about each other. So all praises due to love. They love the book so much. They bought copies of the book for their children and started a family night reading the questions to their children and having conversations about it. So that when they get to the point of being in courtship of that age, they want to train their children on how to court and the questions you should ask and why these questions are important and why you need to be preparing yourself for marriage early on. So I'm going to get you this book now so that you can start preparing yourself so that you can be a good husband and be a good wife for someone. My God, I was so honored. I was so blown away and so honored by that. I have never forgot them sharing that with me. And then there were other couples that were engaged or courtship. I mean, just saying that it took it to a whole new level when they brought the book in. And I just thank Allah. And so those are, for me, little vignettes of confirmations from Allah saying, this is why I had you write the book. This is why I wanted to put all those little PDF questions, all those questions in a PDF file in a book. So I thank Allah. It's so many. And then I have even had people say to me, sister, we got through a couple of chapters, but you know what? We determined that we were not compatible and we ended that courtship. But I want to thank you because without your book, I probably wouldn't have asked certain questions that I asked that helped me get to a decision. I said, all praises due to Allah. Because at the end of the day, it's about being paired or matched with the right person for you, not read this book so the end result could be marriage. Bottom line, marriage doesn't matter. No, it does matter. We want you to be compatible, right? We want you to marry the right person. And if going through these questions helps you determine that's not the right person for me or I'm not the right person for them, all praises are due to Allah, because then you're living in truth. You're living in truth. And they deserve that. Why would you go through the motions and then propose at people feeling pressure to get married or whatever, and up front that's not the right person for you, and you're thinking in your mind, we get married, things will get better. I mean, I've met people who've actually said that and gotten married under those kind of circumstances.
Yeah, no, real talk. That's a lot of people.
A lot of people like that. Like, so that little thing right there. Oh, it's gonna, it's gonna just go away.
And they just don't know it will amplify.
You know what else? I could change him, or I can change her.
That's a common one.
That's very common.
No, you're not changing anybody. Only Allah can change a person. Allah can't change a person. But no, you and I, us, no. The cake is baked. You're not changing him, sis, and he not changed. Brother, who she is, that's who she is. Now, maybe she can improve. She can learn how to cook better bean soup. All that, hey, we can listen to it, work with a recipe, right? We can, Sister Kalila, right? We got that down. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about the bones, the foundation of a person, who they are. That's who they are. You know what I'm saying? So we don't believe in a mystery God. There's no. I know there's all these red flags, but he got a lot of money, so I'm just gonna go ahead.
No, don't do it.
All these red flags, but she's super fine, so I'm just about to go ahead. Okay, okay,
Katrina, I'm gonna post up these comments because Brother Jamil and his
they've been lighting it up.
They have.
They're here making comments. Hold up, there's
listen, and not only that, Joe.
Look at this here.
Yeah, look at that.
Brother Jamil saying, my personal life has been challenging. That's how I can help you keep from letting yours get that way.
That's it.
Wow.
And
it.
in your
One of the
Katrina, we can
gifts
say the
from
same
minister.
thing through your book.
Right.
Because
Being
you
a
don't
teacher,
want to
school,
see us
yeah.
fail. You want to see us achieve. You want us to
Right.
see us succeed. Sister
That's right.
Tisha, his beautiful wife, says, we read it, used it, and continue to use it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Uh-huh.
cool.
And
Yeah.
then
They did, from cover
Jamil
to
says,
cover.
Sister Tisha and I used it during courtship, and although less frequently, even now, unity is a process, baby.
That's right. That's right. All of the
That's
above.
right.
But
That's
I
I can
right.
only bear witness.
I like what you said, Sister Katrina, about the couple giving it to their children, because for those of us that are single that are not thinking about courtship, we can prepare using
Right.
this book, because
Yes.
these are things that are down the line that you're going to need to be willing to discuss and talk about. And if it doesn't look good for you now, prepare and get it,
Right.
get it together.
Even those uncomfortable questions, because those uncomfortable questions are very real too. Because a lot of times, because we are not in a place of comfort, those
Yeah.
questions make you very uncomfortable, and especially because if you're not there as it relates to finance, right? Because a lot of brothers will always say, well, I'm not going to get married because I don't feel like I'm financially there, or I'm not financially stable. And that's a valid point in regards to what your mindset is saying, that, you know, but you don't know who you will meet and Allah will bless you with to help you, not monetarily, but saying, hey, you know what, you know, I'm a CPA. Let's look at it. Let's see how we can make this thing happen.
Right.
Oh, you got to do this and this, got to remove this and pay this off and then do this and then do that. Then we can get your credit score at 750 in no time.
That's right. And sometimes a brother just need a good business plan. I'm just
There
saying,
you go.
you know, and the sister can be like, well, I can do that. I can type that up. I can look that up. Let's go on Chat GPT. I got you. Right.
Right. Exactly. There you go.
Exactly. You should not.
I'm so done with ChatGPT.
No, I'm just saying that's real, because
throw away our
let me tell you
blessings
something
because
about
we don't have
AI.
what we
You better
for.
get with it, baby, because that's the list.
I'm
Don't start
coming
that, bro,
to
Tony.
the school teachers, is the Kalila.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm turning my report.
Right.
Who did this? You or ChatGPT?
Oh,
We have to help each other. Sisters, I mean, the reality is when the minister said he married Mother Khadijah, did he have everything all in order? Was everything all? Was he?
Oh, and he
No,
says
no.
it.
Absolutely.
He says it. No.
Very open. He doesn't have to share these stories with us,
Right.
but he shares them with us so that we can learn from it. So we need to stop with this fairy tale, Cinderella, whatever's going on in our mind. He need to have this. He need to put me in a Benz, such and such, blah blah.
Right.
Right.
You want a Benz, but are you driving a Benz now? And the brother, he's driving a Ford or Chevy, whatever. But it's a good
Right.
car that gets him to A
It's
to
a
B.
good card.
Right? So what's the problem? Right? I mean, we have to be realistic, right? So yeah, we cannot throw each other away with these little fairy tale whatever's going on in our mind of what we think we should have, or what we think the brother should have, or what we think the sister should have. We have to be willing to work with each other because it's a process. I mean, is there a perfect person out there? No, we all are working on something. We are all working on something. So now this book is about, let's ask the questions to figure out, I'm supposed to be a helpmeet, right? That's what the woman is. How can I help meet this brother to his goal and help connect him to that? And he is supposed to be the maintainer and secure me. Maybe the sister may have a few coins, but the minister said that maintaining is not just financial, it's spiritual, it's emotional,
Right.
it's mental, it's all of that. So
Right.
let's stop dismissing each other or throwing each other away because we don't fit whatever in our mind of whatever prototype. That is not where it's at. We need to ask these questions to see if there's some compatibility and really make a sincere effort and try to move forward, and finding the other half of our faith is very important. Very important. All praise to you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
awesome.
Well, listen, I adore you as
I
always.
Thank
Listen,
you.
and I think that this was just pretty much the icing on the cake. We ain't even put the
Yeah, I
candles
told
on the
you.
cake yet.
I told you.
We didn't even blow the cake. The candles out. That's why we have to have a part two. It's important.
So.
It's really
we
important.
really need to talk about things like your mother gets sick, and this is a couple I met like this. Mother gets sick, talking about mother-in-law, right? It could be her mother, his mother.
Yes.
She can't live alone. Person moved their mother in the home. Other person came home, saw mother there, and was like, is she visiting? What's going on? Person said, no, my mother's sick and she's gonna live here now. Person said, well, wait, live here? Yeah. Well, you could have talked to me about that. Well, guess what? Those type of questions are in the book, right? It gives scenarios of how would you handle a situation and what's the understanding or relationship you have with mother, with father, with cousin, brother. These things happen, right? And you have people that's like, oh, my couch is always available for any family member that wants to come. Well, the person you married or would like to marry, do they feel that way too? Is there understanding? Or my checkbook is always open for whoever needs to borrow money in my family, whatever amount they need to borrow. That's it. I'm giving it to them. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Did you all discuss that? Did you discuss it? Are you on the same page with that? So, I mean, there's so many things, you know, or blended families. I have a lot of questions about blended families.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's important.
You have a new husband, and the person said, oh, you can't discipline my son because you're not his father.
Ooh, that's a lot. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that.
The man said, but wait a minute, he living in my house though.
Right.
But you
putting on my deodorant.
And so, you know, all of these things need to be discussed, right?
Right.
You don't have to break up. You don't have to, but just have a conversation up front in the beginning to have some rules with regards to how our lives are going to flow, how we're going to run this Muhammad household. Okay.
Right.
So,
and dealing with reality.
Say that again. This Muhammad
household,
which is the standard.
It's the standard. Right. Because you also have grown children who are believers, is mom and dad, grown children. They have not recited yet. They sometimes come to the mosque. They're coming in all times of the night. They might be, I don't know what they're doing. And then one spouse said, hey, what's going on? This is a Muhammad household. You can't be doing all that in here. And we get up for prayer. We all get up for prayer if you're going to live here. And then the other person said, well, hold on. This is a child from another marriage, and they're such and such age. And then the spouse said, what does that have to do with anything? This is a Muhammad household. This is what we do. So have to have conversations. Have to be on the same page so you don't have any clashes down the road. Because guess what? You never talked about it. I met a couple that broke up because, I mean, this wasn't the only reason, but one person wanted the child to go to a private school. The other person went to public schools all their life, and they thought public school was best thing since sliced bread. What's the problem? My child gonna go to a public school. Couldn't take it. It was just so many things that they never talked about when they were courting that became issues in the marriage, and they were just now finding out that person detested private school. No, my child's not going to MUI. Why? Pay all that money? Why? Why would I do that? So you have to have conversations about these things. It costs money to go to a private school, but guess what? People who believe in it budget for it, and they make it happen, and they do what they need to do to make it happen because they realize the benefit of going to Muhammad University of Islam, right? And it's like, this is what we're doing with every single child we produce. This is it, right? We've got to be on the same page.
Allahu Akbar. Beautiful.
We as registered members of the Nation of Islam cannot take for granted that all of us have the same viewpoint because we are all registered in the Nation of Islam.
Hallelujah.
What is your viewpoint of Allah? What is your viewpoint of Master?
No, real talk.
What is your viewpoint of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? What is your viewpoint of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? What is your viewpoint about sending our child to private education or homeschooling our child? What are your all of these are extremely important conversations. What's your viewpoint about vaccinations?
Yes.
All of
Doctors
this
in general.
highly, highly important. Which
Yeah.
we can't, just because we're registered, we can't just think that all of us think the same.
That
Right.
part.
Can't
That
That is
part.
true.
That is so
Exactly.
true.
But some of those first questions you said, opinion about Master Fard Muhammad, about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that's very important, because if we're listening to their instructions, your opinion of these individuals, right?
You all said yours, right?
Yep, how you interpret the things they say, like how we
That's right.
started earlier. I hear what he says, and I hear it as an instruction.
Right.
Someone else may hear it as a suggestion.
Suggestion.
Right. Or an option. Right.
Yeah, that's two different words to a suggestion versus instruction. Is
Right.
your mama saying, go in there and do those dishes. She didn't say, I suggest you do them.
Right. Right.
Go
Or you
do
can
this.
wait till tomorrow.
Right.
But
Your
it need to be
father
done.
didn't suggest you take the trash out. He said, son, go take the trash out.
Right. Exactly.
That wasn't a suggestion.
And you already know it's not a suggestion when Dad comes around. Like, why are the dishes done? Why wasn't the trash taken out?
Right.
What happened?
Let your children tell you, well, I thought that was just a suggestion. You wanted me to do that? And that's you.
You know, and you know the
Don't we
bring
say
up
that to him? Don't we?
right.
That was an instruction, brother.
Straight instruction.
Yeah,
Everything he writes is an
Eat to
instruction.
live was not a suggestion.
Right. A straight instruction.
That was
You know, it's
command.
so funny that I was in a courtship one time with a brother, and he was trying to break down the 75% of the works is with the woman.
Oh.
And he was saying, ooh,
Hmm?
I say, that's why sister 75% of the works is with the woman. That's why you have to do more in the relationship than the man, because the man is only supposed to provide and
Listen.
protect. And you know what I'm saying? We only do these two
No.
things, but you're
Sister
supposed to do
Kalila, no,
all
he
of these
didn't.
things. Oh, yeah.
No, he didn't.
FYI.
No. Yeah. Listen, FOI.
75% of the work you interpret as being, oh yeah,
No, he said
gotta
we
work
supposed
more
to
than
Done
me.
by the woman.
No. He said, no, this man said we're supposed to be doing everything. The only thing y'all supposed to be doing is providing and protecting, just going to work and knocking folks out when they need to.
Who are you
And so
listening to?
I'm just again.
Knocking
Like,
people out.
I'm just saying again.
Need to go back to the quote.
You have to. Listen.
Wow.
Everybody's mindset is not there.
No.
True.
Some of us are
Everybody's
making it up as
mindset
we
is
go.
not there, and this is why it's important to get this book, y'all. Let me put this book back up, because y'all play with it if y'all want to. Listen, this is why this book is important, because even
Right.
with that question alone, I automatically knew.
Like,
I was sending an SOS. Yeah, I was just thinking in my mind, oh, I can't wait to get off this phone and talk to my sister Captain so I can tell this brother
this courtship
that
over.
this courtship is over.
Mm.
I just couldn't wait. I'm telling my words could not describe. I could listen in my mind. I was saying, Assalamualaikum, may Allah continue to bless you with the light of understanding. I was gone.
You were out.
I was gone. I was out of there. And the thing is, and it wasn't like, oh, Khalid, you should have gave him another try. With that, I already knew what my forecast was going to be in that relationship.
Mm.
I already knew 75%. That means I was going to be the maid,
The-
the mother, the daughter, the housekeeper, the secretary. I was going to be everything. 75% is a lot.
You're gonna be on an
that's a big
episode of.
percentage.
You're gonna be on the episode of Hey Mom.
Yeah, Mom. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh
Real
my
talk.
goodness.
So
Wow.
that's why it's key that you answer these questions and don't be afraid to do it. I don't care who you are. If you love yourself, and that's the thing, Sister Katrina, people don't love themselves enough to answer these questions in this book. They don't
Yeah.
love themselves enough.
Yeah,
They're
because it
very
really
intimidated
requires
with
something.
themselves and others, and that's why they are not answering these questions, asking these questions.
Yeah, it requires something a vulnerability, right?
Mhm.
And sometimes people not comfortable being vulnerable. I don't
Right.
know if I'm comfortable telling you if I've been molested, and I've
Right.
gotten help for that. I've gotten
Right.
auditing for that, or I've been poor. I've been homeless before,
Right.
and now I have to share that with you and tell you how I got into that situation and how I got myself out of that situation. If I've had a bankruptcy or a repossession or whatever, some of these horrible, or I've been shot before, or I've
Right.
been domestically abused before. I mean,
Or I was in a
it's hard to talk about.
a gay relationship before.
Exactly. These people,
Because that's happening now too.
Ooh, Lord, you have to talk about these things though, because the reality is
Absolutely.
you have to be vulnerable. How are you going to grow with this person who's going to become your best friend? Remember, the minister said, Mother Khadijah is his best friend. How are you going to get to that level if you're not willing to be vulnerable? So you have to open up and you have to have conversation. And don't you want to marry someone that you are compatible with? I mean, the minister said every time we argue, it chips away at the love. Who
That's
wants
right.
to be at home arguing with someone all the time? And there's chaos and there's disagreement. That's
Facts.
not a peaceful
No.
home, right? So we want peace. We want peace, which means we have to make better choices when we're in that selection process of who we're actually partnering up with. And we have to be honest about the reasons why we're choosing them and not trying to be slick on something,
Right.
choosing them for other reasons as opposed to, living in truth. So these questions are really
So true.
peeling back that onion and the vulnerability, exposing that to how a person really thinks and how they really feel. And that's the only way we're going to get to repair the Black family, which is with some truth, because it is a 5-alarm fire. I don't know, and I'm not qualified to say what the percentage of divorces are in the nation or in the Black community, right? But whatever they are, we have to stop it, right? Because we're not going to grow and succeed and get to that next level of passing on a legacy to the children if we're not a family unit. All of these little broken marriages and broken homes and, a blended family all over the place, it's causing chaos and a havoc in our community. That has to stop. We need each other. That's the bottom line. So look at the study, and I did this. I studied some of the richest families in the world, in this nation and elsewhere. And one of the things I noticed they were doing, they did a lot of matching of their children.
Yes.
They didn't allow their children to just go willy-nilly out there, whatever, and choose whatever looks good to them. No, the families were very involved. They met each other. In some cases, they had this planned out from when the children were very little and purposely made sure they went to the same schools. They had some of the same experiences. So by the time they got of age to look around and say, okay, I'm interested in, marrying somebody, they're looking at someone who's been their best friend their entire life. And they know that person, and the next thing you know, now they're getting married. This is how I noticed they were doing things. They were matching. Over in the East, in Iran, I believe, they have a ministry, a courtship or marriage ministry for the single people. All single people have to register. All single people have to register and complete a survey of questions, like the questions in this book, of all kinds of things. They take their picture, they log them in whatever database or system, and there's this active process of people trying to match you with someone based on the responses that you gave in a survey. I mean, I was like, what? That is brilliant. Like a singles ministry pulling all single people. So they're not allowing single people to just kind of linger and figure it out on their own. They're giving help in the process to say, no, we want more married couples and we're going to help you get married. This is through their government.
That is attempting to keep the purity of Islam in their culture.
That's right.
Because what we're experiencing as a result of Western culture, and this is infecting the whole world, is the idea, oh, I want to go over here and over there and fall in love with American women or this and that, or I don't know, whatever. And they're buying into the concept of what they see on television and
Right.
movies and things of that nature. But it's the lifestyle that is making us highly unsuccessful.
Right.
And so in the description that you're giving right now, that is very righteous. And
Right.
it is an attempt to try to sway people from this corrupt culture that is taking over the world. We're trying to save our people's lives.
Well,
And there's
in addition to that, right? Because in addition to that, Brother Tony, we have a lot of people that want to get wedded but not married.
Right.
that
Right.
part. Mhm.
What
So
see,
yeah,
and
they
then
just
the
wanna-
question
they
is,
just-
what's your motive? Just to hurry up and just
Right.
get wedded for what?
it's not even hurry up. I just want to look good on the gram. I just want to look
Right.
good with a ring. I
Right.
just want to look good in a wedding dress.
In
And
the
then
picture.
3
just wanna
months
just-
later,
Right.
Mhm.
You know, just to
Yeah.
prove that I am capable of this, but you haven't capable of nothing. You just went
No.
on a very expensive date.
Right.
That's what I call them. These new marriages now is a very expensive date.
right.
Right. Especially
You
they're
know-
not doing things the right way. I was going to say
Exactly.
these groups through the marriage ministry or what have you, they also have a process for people who want divorce, right? You can't just get an attorney, file whatever, irreconcilable differences, boom, stamped, you're divorced. Oh no. No. There's a whole long process before you can get a divorce approved, right?
Look at that.
And so they're not letting people, these quickie divorces. No. You married that person. So now we're going to try to figure out how we can make this work.
Right.
And
Right.
you're not going to just easy out. No, there's a whole process. So I
Mhm.
love how they are really protecting their culture, like
Yes.
Brother Tony said, because it is a culture thing.
Yes.
There's a quote that I that caught my attention. It's not in our teachings, but it's still a valuable quote. It says, "Values determine culture, culture determines behavior, and behavior determines outcome."
Mm.
So it's all about our values, right? Supreme
That's
wisdom,
right.
proper handling of people, message to the Black man, the femininity book. I mean,
That's right.
our units, our culture, right? The study group, self-improvement guides, all of that is part of our culture. Which, if you're not studying that and you don't really
Mhm.
believe in that, then look at that person's behavior. Because at the end of the day, what you believe is going to show in what you do. So it's not so much what a person is saying. What are they doing?
What are they
Right.
doing?
And so if you're not trying to actively get married, if you're not trying to actively make sure you have a successful marriage, or you're in and out of a bunch of courtships or in and out of a bunch of marriages, and you're not even giving it a try, you're not actively trying to get in counseling, you're not actively doing anything, well then, do you really believe in the values that you claim you believe in? You took your shahada. You took your shahada. You wearing your FOI lapel pin.
You wrote
All
your letter.
praises are due to Allah. You're the fruit of Islam. That means something. That means that that's extremely valuable. You're the backbone. You're wearing a headpiece. You're in a garment. You're taking on the teachings of the units to become the daughters of Allah. You're an MGT. You're a vanguard. That means something. That means something. So at the end of the day, does your behavior match what you say you believe in? I mean, we gotta really be real, because this, like Sister Kalila said, we in a war, and we are. And these people are studying us, and they're doing things and putting things. They know what you like. So then next thing you know, here's this woman walking by, whatever. But brother, you married. Why are you even looking at it? Right. We love our gates. That's part of our values. That's what we believe.
Sister Katrina, nowadays, no, on the phone. Brother, why are you on the phone so long? Oh, I'm just on Instagram right now.
So we got to
Really?
get back. We have to get
We
back
do.
to our values, right?
That's right.
And then we will be better off. But this thing, we have to see it as an important thing. And sometimes, I don't know if this is true or not, people get married, right? And a lot of married, and I don't know the percentage of this either, because we're supposed to speak actual facts. So I'm just going to tell, I don't know the actual facts, but how many laborers are married, right? I'm assuming there are more married laborers than unmarried laborers. And I'm thinking, people get married and you get busy in your marriage, you get busy in that post, and there's just not enough activities for single people, single believers. When in my time, I really loved how you opened this up in your program, that this topic falls under, and I wrote it down, the ministry of spiritual development.
Yes.
Right.
Because why? You said a quote by the minister, and this caught my attention. Self-development is an absolute essential component of this microcosm of the new world.
Yes.
The new world.
Katrina, I put that on the
I love
flyer.
that you all opened up like that.
Look, I put it on the flyer, the ministry. I'm like, this falls under the ministry of spiritual development because it covers it's the base.
Right.
It's the base. That's right.
Like, because I was thinking, Ministry of Information? No, it's a lot more than that.
It is.
Right. And then we have so many beautiful, successful marriages in the nation. I mean, talking about people who've been married, couples married 20, 30, 40, 50 years in this mission. Why haven't we heard from them? We need to hear from these people. We need to, first of all, congratulate them and then learn from them. They're obviously doing something right, and we need to hear from them. You've been married, what, brother, sister? Y'all been married 50 years, 40 years, 20 years. How did you do it? Share with us, right? I love that when we had the social committee in Jackson, Sister Kalila and her husband opened their home and invited everybody to come to their home. I remember at one point we used to do a lot of home visits with each other and inviting each other over, being soup, whatever, right? There might be several single people. You invite them over. I'm just have a little, bean soup, a little bean soup salad at the house. A little conversation. Put a tape in of the minister, Love and Duty. I love that one. And
right. Let's talk. Let's
this is how we have fun, right?
Right.
So let's get back to that, because that's how we learn and grow. And trust and believe, those couples who've been married 20, 30, 40, 50 years, even longer, you do have something to share. You are valuable. You can help the singles and help other couples who are trying to get to where you are. So share those jewels. Don't sit back quietly. Stop. What is it? Hiding under a bushel? What is that?
Right.
Right.
This is on the call. No. Let it out. Share that information so we can grow and be better.
We have a question for Brother Jamil, but I was gonna make everybody laugh. Question for the experts: how do you get your wife to make nana pudding on Sundays?
First of all, you have to ask your wife, does she know how to make nana pudding?
Or ask her if she loves to make it.
That's the first thing.
She might not love it.
Secondly, did he do his part? Because the minister said you got to bring the good.
Right, that's right.
Did you bring the good, brother? Did you bring the good? That's all I want to know. You got to do that first. And then she can make some.
He just replied.
She do.
And is she available on Sunday?
That's
to
right.
make it?
Exactly. But I love that levity from Brother Student Minister Jamil, because you got to have that in your marriage too.
You got to. It's important.
You have to work with each other. Again, sister, she may know how to make the best banana pudding and all that, but she may have a lot going on with herself. So you have to work with each other and help each other. Maybe she can make it for you, but you got to go pick up everything from the grocery store, right?
It's not in the book.
I don't think it's one of the questions. I'll look and see.
Now you got to do a part two. When
Banana
and where
pudding.
would my wife be making banana pudding? That have to be one of the questions in the next
That's
book.
got to be one of the questions. Exactly.
Did you discuss that in
You
courtship,
know how to
brother?
make-
Mr. Jabril?
Right. What did he discuss?
How are you?
Right.
How are your bean pies?
Exactly.
What they taste like?
Exactly. But I encourage the couple to also, there's a chapter in the book, and I'll skip to the very end, where it's called supplemental reading materials. It's at the very end, page 164.
Yeah.
And I recommend that people sit down, read the Holy Quran together, read Message to the Black Man together, read the Self-Improvement, the Basis for Community Development books, study guides, all of them together.
Yes.
Strict Law of Islam together. Read Fascinating Womanhood together. Read Man of Steel and Velvet, A Guide to Masculine
That's
Development.
right.
I mean, these are books that we read. You all remember these books. So
Yeah.
Hold up.
Of course.
let's read these books. Let's look at the videos and let's talk about it.
Come on.
Of course.
Now,
Awesome.
isn't it true that a family that prays together stays together, but a family that studies together, shoo, you
That's
like,
right.
you like this.
Locked in.
Locked
Exactly.
I
in.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Exactly. So I'm very humbled and gracious and grateful for you all lifting my book up. But I really think the best part of this book is the back of the book that talks about all these supplemental reading materials and videos of the student minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that people should watch together and have conversation about it. I mean, if you want to know, to that question, sister, the brother said to you, you're not going to do 75% of work, 75% of work is this, this, and this, and I'm only supposed to do this. Guess what? The minister is taught on that too. I remember in a video, he said, if your wife is working, what do you mean you can't help her with some of the home duties? You should help her, because guess what? She's helping you by working.
Say it again. Say it again.
No. Cooking, cleaning, whatever. And she's out on a job or she's working at home on some business or a job. She's helping you.
He's
and
helping.
she's donating anything to the family finances.
Yes,
Because technically, that's your job. Right?
That's
so
right.
if she's helping you, brother, what you mean you're not going to pick up a broom? You're not going to put the dishes in the dishwasher? What you talking about? You're not going to fix a bowl of bean soup? What is going on here? You got to work together.
You gotta do your
The
part.
minister said that.
Teamwork. Yeah.
Teamwork.
She's been with the children all day. Don't she need
Right.
a break?
Man.
Right. And for fair balance, because our minister is always about balance, he says, sister, you have the brother working 2, maybe 3 jobs to try to help maintain a certain lifestyle that you want. Well, wait a minute. If you love him, you will help him.
You will help him.
But also, you would adjust your expectations on him, seeing that he only makes whatever amount, but you asking him for this house and this neighborhood and this size, home or whatever, all of these cars.
Right.
You have to adjust your expectation based on what you know that man is able and capable of making.
That's
Now, if you're not going to adjust your expectation, then you need to help him, which means bring in some bread.
Right.
Bring in some income since you want to live in an 8-bedroom suburban home, whatever.
And it's only 2 of y'all.
With the Kardashians.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, and
So,
Sister
he's
Killa
all
here,
about balance.
Sister Killa's here commenting, teamwork makes the dream work. And
Absolutely.
this is what I wanted to say, Sister Katrina. What's wrong with the two coming together and planning and strategizing like gods?
Exactly.
But in 5 years, we want an 8-bedroom house. That's not impossible. How can we achieve it?
Yeah.
Mathematically, how can we achieve it? How can we work together to make this our dream a reality?
Right.
How
It hits
can we
in
make it
advance.
happen?
That's right. And then guess what? In the lecture, Man and the Mission, you all have seen that lecture. There's women who say, and I just went to an event with the sisters, there's a group of people, our brothers and sisters, that are doing these relationship talks around, they're touring called Tonight's Conversation. It was very interesting. And I heard.
Oh yeah, I saw you there. I wanted to go to one of those. How was that?
I would recommend you go, but don't clutch your pearls because you know these are our people. Lost
Listen. I follow them on Facebook, so I love them. I love them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as long as everybody understands, you're gonna hear some rap music, you're gonna hear some curse words,
Right.
you probably gonna see some short skirts at the event, whatever. But we gotta go where our people are, and we gotta try to give them truth and bring them, and and create the connection, right? Of helping them understand that we love them, right?
Right.
So I went, and it was interesting to me because the sister stood up. She said she had a man who was paying all of her bills. Now, this man, they're not married, right? They live together. Anyway, he paying all the bills.
Checking.
Paid for everything. He told her she would keep her money. He gonna pay for everything. She said, but I'm not happy because he's just not really ambitious enough for me. So the panel said, what you mean? She was like, well, I want us to come together and do things, and kind of like what Brother Tony just said, like we can come together, start a business. But apparently he's not one of those kind of brothers. He may have a job and he makes whatever amount of money and he's happy going to his job and doing whatever he needs to do, but he paying all the bills. So the commentator or one of the hosts said, have you ever thought, sister, maybe that brother does have ambition and things he would like to do, but he's putting his dreams on hold to let you go forward and excel at whatever you want to do, while he's taking that pressure off of you and paying all of your bills, while he's leaving, creating a situation where you can do whatever it is you want to do. He's putting all the stress on him. Have you ever thought about it like that? And when he said that, I instantly thought about Man in the Mission, because the reality is you have to be careful what you ask for. You want a man doing this, that, and the other. These type of men who carry the burden of a mission, right? Like the minister, a serious mission.
Come on.
They're not going to be at home, laid up with you, all of this.
Right.
They're out working the mission.
Right.
So you have to be very, very careful the type of person you claim you want to be with, and the sacrifice and what it takes to be with a person. I think about Mother Khadijah and all of the sacrifice she did helping to build this nation with her husband, all the different roles, everything that happened. I mean, we should be throwing flowers at the feet of this woman for everything that she has done to help her husband in this mission and to help all of us. It's not an easy road. It was the uphill road for sure. So you saying you want to be with an ambitious man. You want, no. Are you willing to put the work in to help that man be ambitious and be where it is God has put on his heart and mind to be? That's a whole.
So maybe you need to be ambitious.
Trenches and does something like that.
Or, Sister Kalila, or there needs to be some communication.
Exactly.
Right.
Because, and I remember Student Minister Ava, may Allah be pleased with whoever pleased with.
Stop, God.
The majority of marriages fail because we don't know how to communicate
Exactly.
Properly and effectively.
Exactly. So, I mean, these things, all of these topics, the minister has dealt with all of them. So I'm encouraging couples to sit down, watch an entire lecture, stop it at certain areas and say, okay, he just said this. What do you think about that? How do you feel about what he just said? Right? Communicate, have conversation. Okay, let's hit play. Let's listen to the rest, right? And then get through the whole lecture and have a conversation about the entire thing.
Yes, awesome.
I mean, he's given us all the instruction, all the advice that we need. The question we need to be asking the courtmate is, do you believe what he just said? Are you in agreement with what he just said? And are you willing to do some of the things that he just said to do? That's where this book comes in, and that's what I'm asking couples to do. We have to take it deeper, further than just, what kind of food do you like, or I don't know.
What's your favorite color?
Right.
Is your eyes brown or hazel?
Right.
What's your sign?
Yeah, what's your time? Whatever. I mean, we stop with the movies and all these other activities that take away from conversation. I love theater. I love movies, right? But when you trying to choose a mate, this is work. It's you have to sit down. I'll meet you at the coffee shop. Okay. I'll meet you at Let's Eat to Live Cafe, and we're gonna sit down. We're gonna have a conversation.
Let's talk.
Because someone said you have over 2,000 questions. It would take me forever to get through those questions. But guess what? If you're being diligent, all these conversations on the phone and all this, like brother said earlier, you could be asking questions from the book.
Absolutely.
All this little chit-chatting or what's going on in the news or what the president is doing and all this. None of that even matters. It doesn't matter, really. I mean, we need to find and secure our mate and our families so we can secure our nation. That is what matters, not whatever is going on in the news. And, those people are going to do what they're going to do, right? We need to focus on us and our community. And that's what I'm hoping this book will implore and encourage people to do. Let's focus on us. Let's get us together. They're going to do whatever it is they're going to do. We need to focus on us.
Sister LaShawn is commenting, peace. If her brother has to work 3 jobs in order to keep a sister in a certain standard, most time he already been somewhere, and his pie on one pie.
His pie and one pie.
Translation.
We need translation. He needs to be baked, maybe 3 pies. I don't know. We need a translation there. Sister LaShawn, we need a translation. What was
Kalila?
That word pie.
I guess that is that money. Is that considered money?
Maybe.
Already been making somewhere, and his pies. One pie needs to
maybe
be
if they
paid.
put their heads together, they can make that the business,
and keep
he don't have to work so
taking
hard.
care of other things and new families.
Right? Maybe.
I guess it's pie means priority.
Maybe
I don't know.
her baking pies, they can make that a business, and he don't have to work so hard.
Maybe.
Sister LaShawn, we need an interpretation.
We love you.
We love you.
We're about to put your comment in Chat GPT.
All right. I cannot.
You meant that though. She was like, look here. Let's talk about the pies.
Let's talk about them pies though, and bean pie. Not no sweet potato. Okay, so
as we're winding down, Sister.
As we're winding down. Hey, we talked. But relationship talks. Let's talk about that. Please get your copy of your book.
And use it.
And use it.
Yeah.
To the best of your ability. This book is not biased of you being married. It's not biased of you being divorced. It's not biased of you being in a courtship or your pursuit is to be married. This is not a biased book.
No.
This is all genres. This is all, nationalities. This is all that's engulfed in who you trying to provide and what your pursuit is. If your pursuit is love, and if you love yourself enough and you have did the work on yourself, you should be able to get this book and answer all the trillion questions. Because it's a trillion questions in this book. And each and every single one of these trillion questions are absolutely on point. I guarantee you. You wanted this. You know what? When I looked at this book, Sister Katrina, I said this is a discernment book.
Oh wow! Praise be to Allah.
This is a discernment book because if you're tuned in, you will discern who is really for you and who is really not for you, and with the questions alone.
That's right.
So we as sisters in the Nation of Islam, the MGT and GCC Vanguard, we use discernment as a tool.
That's right.
And that's the measuring stick on how we can find our mate.
That's
or
right.
who we have mated with.
That's right.
Because it's never too late to identify. I don't care how long you've been married. You can identify them through this book.
That's
So
right.
I encourage you all to get this book. It is on Amazon because I got me a copy. So
Great.
yeah. So with that being said, do you have any closing remarks, my dear sister?
I do have closing remarks, and I'm a close with this question since we're around the time of this holiday season that many people celebrate, right? And I'm talking about Christmas and all this New Year's and all this kind of stuff. We're Muslims though, right? So here's question 57 in Friends and Family and Friends chapter, page 32. Are there family traditions you want to continue with your spouse and children? If yes, name or describe them. Why are they important to you? For example, Kwanzaa, Sunday family dinners, birthday anniversary celebrations, or religious or national holidays, etc. I have this question in here because I met someone who was upset because although they're Muslim, the person they're married to, who was also Muslim, but they wanted a tree in the house, Christmas tree. They want to put decorations up, all this kind of stuff. And so you have to have conversation. I mean, you assume we don't celebrate that. We don't believe in that. We don't do none of that. But do we? I mean, you have to get actual fact. You have to find out. You have to ask questions, right? And whatever their reason or excuses is, you have to determine if that's for you or not. You can't just assume, well, we don't do that, so I know this person doesn't do these things. And then, okay, someone said, well, they want to go to the family house, their relatives who are Christian, and go to things. Well, the minister said we can go and be around our family, right? But we don't partake in the things they partake in, right? We still maintain who we are. So don't lose yourself. And then we also don't beat the family over the head with the fact that, you know, our dietary restrictions, the things that we do, and you see them over there eating the pig feet.
Whatever,
you know, they eat. We don't beat them over the head. No. We don't do that, right? No. So, but you could be around your family, you know, during the holidays or whatever, but we don't partake in the things that they partake in, you know, these Christmas gifts, the tree and whatever. We don't do that, okay? So we have to still maintain who we are. But that question needs to be asked. We cannot assume anything.
Absolutely.
So that's what I wanted to leave the audience with. Don't assume anything. Ask the question, right? And it's nothing wrong. There's no such thing as a bad question. If somebody's making you feel that way, well, then see, now that's another conversation we need to have, because why don't you want me to ask you this question?
Come on.
Why don't you want to answer this question? I'm willing to answer this question for you. So then get the student ministers involved. Pray on your courtship or your situation. And let's say you're not even in a courtship. Like Brother Mark said earlier, you can get this book and just start working on it for yourself. I've met other people like that. A brother said he thought he was ready for courtship. He got the book, he started reading, and he confessed to me or came to me and was like, sister, I started reading your book before, you know, getting into courtship. And I had to wait a second because I realized there's some things I don't have in order with my life. So before I get into courtship, I need to work on these things. I said, all praises are due to Allah. So, you know, if that's you, great. But the goal is work on it. Start moving forward. And then pray to Allah to help guide you. And listen to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He's taught on everything. All these questions in here, he's answered all of them. He's already taught on everything. But if we're not listening, like he said, you all treat me like a song, a good song.
Right.
Love this song.
Lovely song. And you're not listening. Well, then, I mean, who does that hurt? That hurts. It hurts him too, but it hurts us because he's a gift to us from Allah. So I'm just asking the believers, even if they can't get this book or whatever, get into the lessons, the teachings, the lectures of the minister. Get into that and study that together. And trust your student ministers and go to them for some help and get audited for sure. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
You're welcome. And we thank you. And we also thank the listening audience. We need your help.
We need your support. Yeah. The streaming platform that we use, they don't tell us, oh, you're all about saving lives. You're so nice. We're just going to let you stream for free. about saving lives. No, we got to pay bills just like everybody else. So if out of the kindness of your heart, even if it's a few dollars, look, if it's a large donation, we're not going to reject it. We're just going to put it to use.
Donations. Yes.
You could put 5 on it, but don't sing the rest of the song.
Please don't sing the rest of the song.
No, don't sing the rest of the song. We want you to go back to your former self.
Yes.
Just make a donation tonight, and you will put it to good use.
Oh boy.
To help further this program and help further the cause of saving the lives of our people through the quality programming that you are experiencing here, whether the streaming the platform that you're watching is Facebook or YouTube or whatever else. May Allah continue to bless you and your family. Thank you for your generous donation, whatever it is. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you all so much, too. I wanted to also say that. Thank you.
Praise be to Allah. And we want to make this announcement.
Dun, 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 dun.
All in the South Florida area, or
Woo!
if you're in Florida, you still have an opportunity. If you're in the neighboring state, you have an FOI, you have an opportunity to come down and practice saving the lives of our people and being a savior to your people.
Talk about the savior
here in Miami, December 13th. Oh yeah, we're gonna be here in Miami.
These are the original boots on the ground.
Oh no, it's gonna be we're gonna be stomping our boots on the ground.
Hey.
We're gonna be out in the community, talking to our people, loving on our people, sharing truth with our people, all geared towards saving the lives of our people. Mighty FOI, make your way down to Miami. Get on your lean camel, get 2, 3 of you, 4 of you, 5 of you, get into a car and come right down. Take a bus if you have to. Come on down. You want to partake in this. And
we're going to end the year.
If you want to get at us through social media. We'll point you in the right direction as to how you could be a part of this beautiful program that we have in store for our people here on Saturday.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to
I don't
Allah.
think we have to sell Miami too hard to people in December. I think everybody's trying to get to Miami in December.
It's nice and sunny down here.
They don't hardly ever get cold.
It's cold up there.
For sure.
Chicago. And windy. Oh, Allah.
Yes, it was 20 degrees, and with the wind chill, I think, in the teens, it was cold.
I remember one Savior's Day in Chicago. I remember like the wind was blowing so bad and it was so cold. I was literally like running into hotels like, I got to wait till the wind stops blowing. Then I was walking. I'm trying to get to my hotel. And here comes the wind again. I'm running into another hotel. And I'm trying to hide behind a corner. Oh, the wind. Oh,
hiding. Yeah. There's no hiding. Windy City is real.
Listen, everybody, stay tuned for part 2. Stay tuned for part 2.
Thank you.
We want to archive this, so we're going to have to end part 1.
We got to end part 1 because we would not be able to archive this if we
just. It's like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're ending now. Dear family, may Allah continue to bless you all and your families. Tune in next week. Thank you for joining in. Assalamu alaikum.
Happy Savior's Day.